Okay, greetings and welcome. Thank you all for stopping by here at Bloom From Within Love. I go by Bloomy. And today I was actually inspired. I'm usually, give me a second, you guys. I'm usually inspired by my own or either my life or those that are around me, those that I know. When it comes to messages that I get and inspiration to do tarot readings or oracle readings. And so this particular reading is specifically geared towards and with the intention of tapping into the energy of those that and getting messages also for those that are considered, now hear me out, we say cross watcher in the world of tarot. And when we say cross watcher, we're just meaning the person of the person. So for an example, people that are usually on this kind of path and they're dating people, and let's say something happens, and so that person that either they broke up with is now watching videos regarding that other person, or the person, let's say, air quote, the ones that are cheating, the ones that are considering cheating, the ones that have multiple love situations going on in a dynamic. This reading is designed for them. It's for them. And it's with the very few that may actually be at a crossroads and ready to change or grow up. As the image of this video stated, it's about situationships, and it says something about, I'm sorry if I was toxic, I'm now trying to grow up, and every day, and I'm learning and maturing. And so as you guys see in the title, it says, it's time to grow up. And so this message is going to be, and reading is going to be geared towards helping those that are actually in that energy, that's ready to possibly make some changes to their lives and how they're doing things, okay? It's not about beating anybody up. It's not about trying to make the other people look like angels. It's not about trying to find any, not even necessarily fault. But it's just really about trying to assist, with the guidance of tarot and oracle and our higher selves and guides, assistance with when we find ourselves in situationships, when we find ourselves, we're just in what they call the devil energy, and in its lower form, toxicity, codependency, addiction, passion, lust in a very selfish way. And I was inspired by a reader I was listening to today, a gentleman reader that I follow, I'm subscribed to. I put the male reader, but he's very accurate, very clear, has a very interesting way of bringing it about to help the male perspective, or the more masculine energy, in terms of how to really see things. And so I shared a link in the description box, so check that out and get a chance, okay? But it's really more about us growing up on our paths, okay? He made a statement in this video that said it was a person that was in a bad marriage that he was reading for, that he was picking up their energy, basically. It was a bad marriage or a bad relationship, or not just bad. The way he put it, he was like, it's just not working for you anymore. It's dead. Like, he was just calling it for what it is. But towards the end, he reminded the person, he said, listen, this is what's going on in your life. This is what you need to do. Okay, if you want to see this change in what you have coming to you. But don't do this. And this is what he said at the end. He said, do not create these third party situations because it is never going to end well. He said, what is going to end up happening that if you do this, it's going to end up that you're with, instead of, the two people that, you're considering, it's going to go down from the two to the one to the none. And he said, because it just doesn't work like that. And he made the statement, he said, you may be saying to yourself, well, if this doesn't work out, I always have this to go to fall back on. If this doesn't work, I still have this. And he was saying that is not the energy to be in, that you're going to create energetically when you start adding third parties, that you're going to create a problem. That it was time for the people that he was reading for, he was like, it's time to make decisions one way or the other. And he gave them the guidance of what the reading was telling him that the person should do, that would be in their benefit, that would work for them, but ultimately knowing like it's their decision. But he was saying, you got to decide. You need to make a decision, but he said, don't start giving around your wand. I was laughing. He said, don't start giving around your wand. He's talking about penis, because the Ace of Wands is a very sexually charged card. And it's usually about that passion, wanting to, and that it came up in the reading. And he told the listener, he was like, don't start passing that around until you're able to make a decision, because it's only going to create problems. And it's very true, you guys. And I added his link in there because I feel like women in tarot reading industry, when cross watchers come on, or any guys that come on that's trying to see what's going on with the people that they're involved with or whatever, that they think women are just geared to read on the side of women or the feminine energy. And it's not really true, quite honestly. It's not. Because it could be the woman that's creating the third party. You know what I'm saying? It could be her. It could be the feminine. But for you guys to just be able to hear for yourself. That's why I shared his video today. I'm like, let them hear. Not just take me for what I'm saying. Let them hear for themselves. Like, listen, for those of you who are at a crossroads and going through some major changes and your relationships aren't working for you, there's a proper way to deal with it. In a nutshell, I feel like that's what he was trying to say. Like, there's a proper way to do things that's not hurting people, or exploiting people, or taking advantage of people, or being selfish and gluttonous because you feel like you lack something. And so he was saying, you feel like you lack something, you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. And oftentimes what I'm finding, that people will say, well, don't I deserve this? Don't I deserve this? If I'm unhappy, if this is not working, if this person is not living up to, you know what I'm saying, whatever the reasons are. And at first I was going to say, well, everybody, of course you do. We all deserve, in a whole sense, you guys, we all deserve happiness, but not at the expense of others. Okay? So the answer to that question is like, well, no, you don't. Not unless you are willing to make the changes to have that. The healthy changes, the grown-up, mature decisions to change that. And for an example, let's say you want to be a doctor. You want to be a dentist. You want to be something that requires you get formal education, formal training, formal practice in order to be able to, quote unquote, air quote, practice medicine or dentistry or whatever, right? Now, do you deserve the right to be able to go on that kind of endeavor? Absolutely. No holds barred, anything goes. You sure do. But you only deserve it if you're willing to go for it. You only deserve it if you're willing to pay the price, for lack of better words, for it. You don't get to go and embark on it. If you try, you're going to run into problems. So if you were to try to push into dentistry or being a doctor without the official steps and training and decisions and discipline, and you try to go do it, well, chances are you're going to ruin some lives because you're not properly trained. You're going to hurt some people, and you're probably going to end up getting into some major trouble. So it's the same thing, and we all have to come to a place of growing up that put on our big boy pants and our big girl pants and realize that these are grown up big time decisions. And oftentimes many of us are in denial about why we stay in things. We're hiding. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys because I'm focusing on the cross watchers here. So I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Okay, many times we are straight in denial, 100. And we all go through this. And what I mean by that is like it's in our subconscious somewhere. So in other words, we're using every excuse under the sun as to why that we're choosing to stay in things that's no longer serving us. And some of those things sound very like right and logical. Oh, I've been with this person for 10 years. Oh, I have a heart. I don't want to see them have to struggle. Oh, we have children together and, that's going to hurt the kids. Oh, financially, I don't know if I could survive or, how it would work if I had to do this alone, right? So, or some would, say, oh, well, let's see, well, I'm going to give it one more go. And I'm going to try this strategy. And chances are, if you've been in it for a pretty significant amount of time, and if you've gone around, chances are you already know the answer. And so we start stalling and we start procrastinating because, in essence, we're in a land of indifference, we're in a land of indecision, and we're scared to make any big change out of fear of the unknown, the what ifs. What if I can't find nobody that's going to settle with me? What if I leave and then 2 years later they become wonderful and I left them? What if, I'm saying? All these what ifs. And all that does is create what they call stagnant energy, stalemate energy. Even if you're saying that I didn't decide anything, you may be saying within yourself, well, I haven't decided, but energetically speaking, it is there, you guys. Okay? And just FYI, if you guys are the masculine and you have a feminine person you're with and feminine third parties, most women are intuitively picking up these vibes, okay? I don't care if you're dotting your I's, you're crossing your T's. They may not say nothing to you. It depends on their personality. They may not say nothing. They may not tell you. They may start making their plans based on the energy that they feel. If they feel like this don't make quite right with you, right? They can smell the scent of a woman. And in some of the cases, if they're not, some of them, if they're not paying attention or saying anything, they may very well be doing the same thing that you're doing. And that's the irony too. Like in some of y'all's cases, some of your third parties or the ones that you're actually committed with are doing the very same thing that you're doing. And they're not saying anything, just like you're not saying anything. You see what I'm saying? In terms of branching out or entertaining other people. Okay? And energetically speaking, it creates all this stagnant energy, interruptions, and disruptions. Okay? You guys need to know this. Another sidebar that you guys need to know is I knew someone once upon a time in my life. He made this statement and he said, I know about karma. I believe in karma. That's why I don't steal. Okay, that was his statement. I know about karma. I believe in karma. And this is why I don't steal. And what I picked up on that is that for him, in his mind, he felt like, okay, I don't steal because I don't want nobody to steal from me. I don't steal people's money because I don't want nobody to steal money from me. But what you guys need to know about karma is this. And karma is just simply, to me, cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. All right? What you guys need to understand about karma is this. It may or may not manifest in the same form. So when we have done things deceptively or not quite right, it may affect your finances. Hear what I'm saying? So let's say you decided to have an extramarital affair, or a mistress, or you know what I'm saying, you decided because you felt like you were unfulfilled in your marriage or connection, but you cared about them. And you were going to just do your thing, but you're not being honest about it. So I need you guys to hear this, because if you have a situation where you can talk openly, honestly, and come to like understanding and agreement with your committed partner or husband or wife, that's totally different, because you're not feeding them an illusion that you're this committed lover. Okay? You're not feeding them an illusion. You're giving them the option, you know what I'm saying, to decide. So in this case, you wouldn't create this karmic residue for yourself. But when you decide within you that you feel like you deserve something, but you don't want to pay the price for it, and you start to do things deceptively, you're creating karmic energy that could hinder your progress in life as long as you stay in that energy and not clear it up. So you may be in that and you're trying to work hard, you're trying to build, and you say to yourself, I got bad luck. I just got bad luck. No. Look within yourself. How are you doing things in life? How are you going about it? And be honest, okay? It's not about beating yourself up, but just be honest with yourself. Okay, yeah, I'm not all that honest. I'm not. Because I'm lying to this person every day. Whether or not I'm literally saying the lies, right? Or not. I could be, it's the deceptive energy, because you're not telling them day to day that you're talking to this chick, that you're flirting with this dude, that you're making out with this dude, that you're making out with this girl, or that you got a whole nother relationship in a whole nother city and state, or you know what I'm saying, like you're not being on the up and up 100%. And when that's the case, you're creating karma, and your karma could affect your health. It could affect your, like I said, your finances, your well-being, as well as eventually when you end up finding someone that you finally want to do all the right things for, that may be like the apex of it for you, where you get to experience the same thing that you put someone else through, okay? In other words, someone was now dissatisfied with you. And like you, they didn't have the guts to make the change. Not just talk about it and say, I'm unhappy and I'm dissatisfied. They didn't have the guts to make the change. They didn't have the guts to come to you or simply break up with you in a proper manner before engaging in things. And then you find out, and it comes out that they were playing you, or that they were hiding things from you, because their excuse that they feel is justified, I was not happy. So I want to go on the record to say that is not a justified reason according to source and universal law. Okay? That is not. People are human beings with feelings, you guys. I don't care how busy we may think someone is. I don't care how dead we feel like our sex lives are. I don't care how frustrated we may feel we are with people. They are human souls with emotions, with feelings, with a heart. Okay, and No one deserves to be deceived by someone that they are claiming that loves them, or that they're in a connection or partnership with. I don't care if it has fallen to shit. Okay? That's why this title is It's Time to Grow Up. It's time. It's not about getting your ego stroked, or your penises stroked, or your vaginas stroked, or your need for affection even stroked. It's time for us to grow up and make big time decisions. And if we decide to stay in loveless marriages and relationships, if we decide to stay in sexless marriages and relationships, if we decide to stay with individuals who we feel like we're not happy with, or it's not going anywhere, or it's blah, 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 the big girl draws and the big boy pants is this: bear your cross. If that is what you're going to do, if this is the choice you're going to make, be honorable about your choice. Be honorable, because you have a free will. Nobody's saying you need to and you must do and you got to. But if you want your life to go right, hear me. If you want to break the cycles of bad luck, ill health, right? If you want to break that, you're going to have to grow up. You're going to have to stop pointing fingers. You're going to have to stop blaming the other person. You're going to have to stop trying to change the other person. You're going to have to own who you are, own your desire, okay? And be willing to make the changes. Because in reality, people do grow apart. It's life. In reality, things change, seasons change. In reality, even what we want and desire starts to change. So it's okay. It's all okay. But really what I'm driving home with you guys is, listen, this message is coming for y'all today to help you. Because the universe loves y'all too, right? We've all made poor decisions. We've all somewhat probably been in this situation. I'll admit that. It's, the global, pandemic, all sorts of things have really got people feeling some kind of way. Not on top of that, people aren't apt at dealing with themselves properly, dealing with their energy, waking up, becoming unplugged from the matrix, starting to be introspective instead of extrospective, if that's the word, starting to really look within and say, hey, what the fuck? It's easy to blame those around us. It's easy to say, I feel this way because of her. I feel this way because of him. They're not this. They're not that. That's why we cheat. That's why, no. People cheat because people cheat. All right? I'm going to just go ahead and poo-poo all over this, this mindset of we cheat because, we're dissatisfied. We cheat because, that these women have attitudes. We do no. Because the mature thing to do is make the judgment. If that's the case, let them go. And by the way, are you able to see your own flaws? Are you able to see where you may not be all right either? Are you able to see where you need to grow and change in ways that maybe you're blindsided? Because we're all blindsided by our own issues. It's easy to see someone else's issues, not so much to see your own. Right? It takes two. Are you able to see where perhaps you're not as what you thought? That could be equally contributing to the demise of our relationships, perhaps? See, This is the tough meat right here. This is the stuff that people aren't ready to hear and aren't ready to really look at. Because every time we externalize and project and say, I did this because them, we are already wrong. We're already wrong. Maybe your attitude, because it is a mirror. Maybe there's something with your attitude. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you're trying to fix something in them that you subconsciously trying to fix within you deeply. Yeah. We do what we do because we decide to do it. And we need to, if you want to stop this karmic stuff in your life, stop justifying being a hoe. Okay? And please take what I'm saying with love here, because I'm not talking about, being free and open sexually and, however you want your life to be. I'm using it in the terms of be real with yourself and be real with those that you're with, including those that you're in the commitment with, not just the third parties. Because some of you might say, well, I be telling chicks, I be telling dudes that I got a man and I got a woman. Right? But are you manipulating them though? Are you selling them a pipe dream? Are you telling them that, you really, are you saying one thing but then showing something else? Are you implying that you will one day leave somebody for them? Are you trying to keep them hooked with you so that they don't go off to something else because you're trying to low-key put them on reserve? All this stuff is karma. All of that, you guys, hear it. It's karma. We don't have the right to put people on reserve like there's some kind of object we can buy at the mall and put them on that way. That's energy. You're creating a frequency, a vibration for yourself. For yourself. Because it's still a form of deception. It is. Even for those that y'all telling the truth to. Okay? But then, are you telling the ones that you're committed to the truth? Not the truth that, I've tried to talk to them about what's going on in our relationship. No. The truth that you are already entertaining others. Even if you haven't, air quote, had sex yet. Right? And some of you actually literally have. If you're not, if you can't say you are, you're creating karma. Karma for yourself. Telling you. And it may just creep on you. Some of you may say, like, oh, well, it's worth it. You're not going to say that when you can't get your business off the ground, when you can't, you're constantly fighting, when the person that you thought you was messing with, you get burned by an STD, when you know what I'm saying, you ain't going to say it then for a moment of pleasure. Right? So it's time. I know I've talked for 30 minutes before I even got to the reading. It's time because it's important. It's time to grow up and start making big girl and big boy decisions in a healthy, loving, honest, and high vibrational way for ourselves and all that are in. Okay, all right. Let me keep it pushing up. Whew, I'm gonna stop preaching. I didn't mean to preach, but this is geared to help y'all. Okay, it's for y'all. It's for y'all. All right. I hope y'all having a good Thursday. So let's get this going here, y'all. All right. Sorry about that. So what I'm gonna do I'm going to do 3 rows of tarot. So representing third party. So it's going to be a card for you, the viewer, in terms of where you are at, in terms of the relationships that you're in, the committed relationship that you're in. Then I'm going to pull a card for the person that you're committed with, and then the any third party energy. Okay. And I'm going to give some overall oracles first about where you are on your journey in terms of what needs to be healed or dealt with so that you can make this shift, right, in a healthy way. No matter which way you want to decide for yourself, just about where you are and what needs to heal or be developed to help you, right? Then I'm going to get, of course, the romance angel message, a crystal healing oracle message to help you heal whatever the issue is within you. I'm gonna get some final messages at the end in terms of like inspirational quotes and things like that. And then I'm gonna give you a timeline card. I do have a timeline deck. It says cards of time. So a timeline for you to gauge this process and make the necessary changes and decisions in a healthier way. Okay, I really believe that this message is meant to help some of you all before you create mega disasters. For those of you who have a good heart, but you're just allowing your desires to take over you, and you're not doing it in a way that's healthy or loving or honest. Okay, for everybody. So this is meant to kind of help you guys like stop and shift. Okay, and many of you probably already were there anyway. You probably already started thinking that, and that's why you're even looking at the video. And it's why I felt inspired to do so, to do the reading as well. Okay, all right. I love y'all. I do. This is for all of us. I'm swallowing this too on both ends of it. I'm swallowing it because it's like, okay, I'm a person on the path, and this is what we believe. It's how we feel. It's what we live. And we don't objectify people. We like to have fun and pleasure and all that like the next person. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to deceive anybody and hurt lives at the expense of it. All right. So let's just get us an overall message for your energy in terms of what you all need to heal. I'm using my Heal Yourself Oracle deck for this. For the Cross Watchers, please, Source, Gaia, Light Team, the individuals that are in relationships or marriages, yet they're entertaining third-party energy, for them. And when I mean third party, there's other people outside of the ones that they are in committed relationships with, marriages, or even if they have several people thinking they're in committed relationships, where there's a deception, lies, illusions, delusions, secrets. Okay? Please and thank you. All right. Whew. Okay. All right. Patience is at the bottom of the deck for you guys. Okay. 2, 3, 5. Okay, so that's challenge. Number 5 is challenge, changes, transformation. So many of you are going through, obviously, a lot of challenges, transformation, changes um, in your life that's requiring patience. Okay. Um, Even regarding your situation, patience is probably needed with yourself, right? And with the situation. That was at the bottom. So let's get you a card. Can we get one card for, there we go. Wow, I shouldn't be surprised. 3-3, breaking down to a 6, which is the Lovers in Tarot, which is 6 of Cups in Tarot. So like past life energy, lovers, divine partnerships, things like that. Okay, so you guys got 3-3. This is sexual arts. So this is the area that you guys are needing healing, growth, maturity, and development in a sense of um, it's not about your capabilities here. I just believe this is about more the maturity in terms of commitments, because like I said, the 6 is lovers, choices, commitments, things like that. Knowing how to hone your passion, right? Knowing how to control it, knowing how to be honorable with it, right? Just honorable. It doesn't mean you have to have a traditional relationship. It just means honorable. And many of you are probably having, just a desire maybe to expand sexually. So maybe that's a part of the root of, for many of you. Okay. So I'm going to put this up because this is the overall area that you guys are in need of growth, maturity, and development. All right. Oh, now at the bottom, see, look, this is what you guys got right at the bottom. Victim consciousness, card number 3. So here's another 3, 3, 3, 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Third party energy. Okay. It says here, victim consciousness. And I was just saying that, okay? Many of you have a victim mentality, whether you are aware of it or not, in terms of this reading, in terms of this area we're talking about, that that woe is you, that you're stuck, that you're not being treated properly, that it's unfair, that, you're like this martyr, or it's everybody else's fault, it's them, not me. That's victim mentality, and that's something you guys gotta release, because as an adult person, you know what I'm saying, you're creating the world that you live in. Okay. So you're choosing what you're with, whether it is by indecision, whether it is by fear, whatever it is, no matter what the reason is, you're choosing it. So you're not a victim. You're choosing to be with the individuals that you're with. You're choosing to stay in situations you're in. I don't care if it's for survival for some of you, it's money. It's you got codependency energy, which goes with victim consciousness, where you're relying on them. You know what I'm saying? They're helping you live a life that you want to live comfortably. You fear you can't make it on your own. Or, whatever. Some people may got dark secrets over you, and you're afraid that if you do this, then it'll come out. Or sex addictions in some cases, where you're addicted to the third party, or you're staying in something out of addiction, right? When your heart's not even really truly there, right? So I'm gonna put this up there too for you guys. Victim consciousness. So it's the area of sexual arts and this victim consciousness. 333 is up there, you guys. So you guys might want to look into that. All right. Moving forward. Ooh, I feel the tension too. When I read, sometimes I immediately start picking up the energy, and I can feel the anxiety you guys are in. I can feel the tension. I feel it all in my shoulders because I wasn't feeling this before the reading. I feel it all on my shoulders. I feel it in my face. I can feel the frustration I'm feeling it in my body. I can feel the energy. Mm. Yeah, you guys. Okay. So we got that overall message. Let's get a romance angel overall theme as well here, just to see. All right. Romance angels, light team for the collective, or those that the crosswalkers here, the ones that are in marriages or committed relationships, or making people think they are married and committed, yet entertaining third party energy where there is deception, lies, secrets. What is an overall message for them regarding their love life, regarding the situationship? What is an overall message for them? Hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. At the bottom of the deck, we got passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, passion. And many of you are saying like that's what you want and that's what you're looking for, right? I can sense that. But again, I believe Source and our higher selves and guides are trying to get us to understand that there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a way to go about things if you want to be in alignment with your higher self, and if you want to be honorable about how you're treating people, as well as if you want things to go right for you in life and not hinder yourself because of how you're conducting. Okay. One card, please, for the individuals that are married or in committed relationships, yet entertaining third party energy in secret. Any message regarding their love life? Any overall message for them? Your love life is being affected by children. And then at the bottom it says, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Oh my God. Then it says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Oh my God. Then it has, release your ex. I can't make this up, you guys. Unrequited love, right? Because some of you are in loveless situations. You're in loveless situations, whether it is you don't really love them in that way anymore. You can have love for people, but the connection is not there. Okay. Unrequited love. And it can be on both sides and nobody is even saying nothing. Forgiving and learning. It's safe to love. Release your ex. Keep an open mind, and very soon. Okay. So what came out was children. So many of you, as I was saying in the sermon, that many of you are having that as the excuse as to why you're staying in things. And listen, I'm not trying to tell you, got to go with what resonates with you, right? Ultimately, you have free will and the decision is yours. But these readings are guided to higher guidance, okay? And trying to just give you all the information for you to understand and to bring stuff to the forefront, to the surface, that we're hiding behind. Okay. It's not about trying to push people to do something they don't want to do, but it is about owning and calling a spade a spade. Okay. And that's what the reading is. So many of you are using or hiding behind that as an excuse, whether it is you guys got children with a person, and you're like, well, how's it going to affect them? But the greater picture, you're looking at a narrow picture, right? For some of you, because the greater picture is, how is it going to affect them if you stay? That's something you really need to look at. Because if something's no longer fitting for you, it ain't going to help them either, right? And for many of you, it's just an excuse out of fear. Okay. And then some of you, maybe you've created situations outside of yourself where you end up connecting with people because somebody was pregnant or claimed to be pregnant, or somebody had a kid, or claiming it's yours, or it's your baby mama or your baby daddy. And, everybody's saying y'all should just try to make it work because y'all's got children and all that stuff. Everybody's got an opinion. At the end of the day, source and our guides, our higher self, is trying to get us to look at ourselves and within and say, but are you happy? Is this working for you? Truly. Because if it's not a good decision then to stay. It sounds like, Lifetime movie. It really does. Staying because of this and that, but it's just not working. It's just not. Right? So, and it says decide. So many of you are living in the land of indecision. I'm going to show you right here. And that's what I was telling y'all. It creates a stagnant energy. It creates vibration because you're still in another mind, whether you're saying it or not. You're entertaining other things. Okay. It's creating an energy. It said clearly decide what you want, because so that it can come to you. Be clear, because it's very soon. Okay. So I'm going to put this here. All right. All right. Moving on. So now can we get tarot here? Can I get the energy of the viewer, the one that's in a committed relationship or marriage, or portraying to be in a committed relationship or marriage? Please and thank you. Concerning these connections they have going on, I get their energy. What's going on with them? Where are they at? Please and thank you. And I send them all. I send a violet fire, love and light. I ask my light team, higher self, to Gaia, source, archangel, ascended masters, just assist with just surrounding us, surrounding this reading, around us, and these situations. I send love and light, the violet flame, to just consume and transmute the fear energy, the ego energy, the control energy, the deceptive energy, even if it's self-deception, lies, illusions, delusions, denials, anything that's going to be toxic and hurtful, or has potential to be, or potential to backfire. Just consume it, please. Consume it. Help us all to see with our higher heart and be able to see clearly, even through our own delusions, through our own ego, through the situations that we've created here. Help us to own up to this stuff and help us to grow up in a very kind and loving way, a very forgiving and comfortable way. To help us face our truths, help us heal these issues of victim consciousness, any addictions with sexual arts or our sexuality and desire, indecision, procrastination. Help us to own it and see it. Where there's imbalances, chemical imbalances, I just ask Archangel Raphael to just transmit the green ray energy into individuals' brains and their neurological systems, their vagus nerve, where there's mental issues there. All right. We have 8 of Cups, and then I have 8 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck for you. And it's saying here that just at the bottom, 8 of Cups is about walking away from something. The 10 of Pentacles is about ultimate wealth. So what I'm picking up with this is that you're going to come to a point where you need to walk away from something so that you can attain your wealth. You're going to have to. As long as you stay in the land of indecision, as long as you stay in something that is not healthy for you, because sometimes we make the wrong choice. Okay. I'm aware of that too. Sometimes we come to a decision, but it's not really wrong. I'm just going to say that the choice we made caused further delays because perhaps the choice we made wasn't the one that was in resonance with our higher self and the highest and greatest good for us. So then we chose a path, and then now we have to just learn some more lessons because we chose that path, right? So you guys are being asked to very soon do this if you want to attain your wealth. Yep, 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. So, you're trying to find people to work with or to build with. You're trying to build and establish. So ask, pray, seek your higher guidance within yourself. Okay. And then wait for it and be still and be willing to take the guidance. Because what's the point of asking, right? I've been here. What's the point of us asking when we're not willing to go with the result that we've received? Okay. Because it's here for you guys, but it's like, well, go there, but a decision will have to be made. Okay. All right. Could we get one card? Could we get one for those that are in the committed relationship but entertaining third party energy? Where are they regarding their love life, these situations? Show me them. Where are they? Okay, 2 popped out. Wow. Okay. So, let me show you. You got the 9 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So, for some of you, I'm going to have to just call it for what it is. And when I'm picking up some of you, because the 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment, and then the King of Pentacles is about the earth realm and ultimate manifestation. So I'm getting several messages for this. Many of you are overindulging. So there's like this greedy energy that you want your cake and eat it too. Because to you, it's all about your own happiness at any cost. And unfortunately, that's not the right energy. Because in some of y'all's cases, it's not even about where your committed relationship was necessarily unhappy. For some of you, is that you're just overindulgent. And maybe that's why the sexual arts came out and the victim consciousness. You're overindulgent. You're wanting it all, even at the expense of others. So you find delight and pleasure in many things, but you're not being forthcoming with everybody, because for you, this is for a few of you. For you, you don't care. For you, it's like, well, this is what makes me happy. I don't care. Right? There's an overindulgence. Not a good energy. It comes back. Just giving y'all the warning. For others of you, there is addictions, overindulging in drinking, drugs, alcohol, gambling, just all about money, yeah. And then for another select few of you, you just feel like, well, I'm trying to find my happiness. I'm trying to go for my wish fulfillment. But it's just like the message said, you're just not going about it right. That's all. Some of you may be considered workaholics. The workaholic energy may be the third party, believe it or not, as a third party energy, where if it's consuming you, where that is the focus, if everything is about money, if everything is about stuff and status and looks and appearance and status quo, and it's at the expense of, for some of you, your actual Nine of Cups is at the expense of it, because sometimes what glitters ain't gold, and what you think is going to bring you happiness doesn't truly, when everything is being driven by that, especially in matters of the heart or connections or love relationships. If you're being driven by that, you're going to find a surprise that though it may have like moments of pleasure due to the numbing effect of stuff, you're going to find that if that was the foundation, you may not have this happiness that you're looking for. Okay. So that's your guys' energy. So now let's get the energy of, the bottom of the deck for you. You got the Hanged Man. Yeah. So you guys are, going introspective, but don't stay on that hangman tree, because it's meant to get you to see things from a different perspective. But when it goes sour, and it's called staying in limbo by a choice, right? Yep. And there's a Two of Pentacles because of juggling. Yep. Okay. All right, let's keep it pushing. So can I get the energy of the individual that they are in the committed relationship with, the marriage, committed relationship, or portraying to be, even if it ain't real, but the individual they are in a committed relationship, regarding this connection, regarding, this connection with the person and what's going on there. And you guys, please hear me out. We've all been here. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We've all had our moments of weakness. We all have our moments of weakness, especially if we've recently gone through some major pain, okay? Major pain, major loss, major transitions, things like that. We all have these moments. We all may at times act out of character, okay? And what I mean is not, how do I say this? We've all been there and had moments of time where we did things that we knew probably wasn't the best choice to do or wasn't the fairest thing to do, right? And our moments of vulnerability, which is okay. It's how long do we stay there that makes the difference? How long do we carry on like that? And when do we finally decide to grow up and make an adjustment? That's the make or break. It's not about beating any of us up. It's about realizing like, okay, look at your own shadow aspects and then go, okay, like, yeah, I know. All right. Now, how do I want to go forward now that I've looked at all of this, right? And now that I've just taken a step back and realized like, okay, I may be feeling vulnerable some kind of way in my life, but that's not going to be a free ticket to just continue to possibly hurt people. Okay, potentially hurt people. Even if it's not my intent. Right? All right, here we go. Okay, so for the person that they are in the committed relationship with, can I get one card, please? Current energy regarding this connection. Regarding the connection. Oh, wow. Wow. And this ain't going to resonate with everybody. So, please take it where it resonates because it ain't everybody's story. And then for tarot readings and stuff like that, usually bits and pieces are. It's rarely ever entirely your story. Okay. Just wanted to say that. But for the energy of those of you that currently are or were at some point, maybe before things got destroyed, if that's your story, the person that you were in a committed relationship with or a marriage, right? Or they thought they were, right? You portrayed them to be. They are the Empress. So regarding this relationship, there's another 3. See, we got all these 3s, 3, 3. Now here's another 3. They are healing. For many of you, they're probably healing due to whatever kind of energy is going on in the connection, because as an empress is all queens in one. Okay. She's currently probably trying to go within and take care of herself and heal. She's probably, and for some of you, this is just who she is. And she's embodying that kind of energy. But since I asked as it relates to the connection, this relationship, some of you guys do have very loving people you're connected to, very nurturing, okay? And then others of you, an individual, due to your behavior and your actions, they are in the Empress energy of self-love, okay? They're turning their love back inward to take care of themselves. They're using their Empress energy to heal, to ground, themselves. And I say that because patience came out right behind it. So they're just trying to ground themselves. They're just trying to stay within their own heart. They're trying to ground. They're trying to find their center. And some of them, they're trying to have patience with you. For those of you who are still in that committed relationship or marriage, they're trying, but they are aware. I have to warn you, when I see that, the Empress is fully aware that there's something not right. She embodies all queens. So she's highly intuitive, no matter how good you are at mental manipulation, mind fuckery, no matter how good you are at dotting your I's and crossing your T's, coming home exactly on time every day, saying all the right things, doing the same things. She's highly intuitive, okay? So this is just to give you guys heads up. She knows. And even if you were to try to approach her to like, let me feel her out, chances are she's not going to tell you. And you approaching it is only going to further confirm within her that something's not right. Okay? King of Wands is right behind it. Yep. That's many of you. Wow. And the Six of Pentacles is in reverse here, so things are out of balance. Oh my God. There's the Seven of Swords. Like I talked about, the lies, cheats, deceits. Okay. Moving on. So that's the energy of the person that you are in a committed marriage or relationship, were in a committed marriage or relationship, and or portraying that to them. Okay. Now let's get the third party energy for the person that's entertaining third party energy. Let's get their energy of that third party, where they are in terms of this connection. See, they're about to walk away. Some of the third parties are in Eight of Cups. I just saw that. Even some of them are going to walk away because they realize it's not going to go anywhere. Wow, many of them are also in the Empress energy, because the Empress showed up at the bottom here for them. Because of this Empress energy, they're going to walk away because they realize that some of them, not all of them, some of them just realize that it's not healthy. That it may be fun, it may be cool, but it's not going to go anywhere, and it's going to hurt people and possibly even hurt them. And they're realizing that. Yeah, because they feel like the Five of Pentacles here. They feel like they're going to always end up on the short end of the stick. That they're, in situations like this, they're the ones that always end up being left out in the cold at the end of the day, right? Because if your attention is primarily focused on the person that you're portraying relationship with, then they feel like they're getting lack, they're getting scraps, right? The Wheel of Fortune here is saying that things are turning with Eight of Cups for them. The Wheel of Fortune, things are turning in their favor as they walk away with that Eight of Cups, because it was right there. Because they want fortune in their lives. They want things to go well. They too want happiness. They too want, I'm saying, to not accumulate unnecessary karma for those that are aware of the situation. For others that don't even know that they are the third party, they're just realizing that something is not right and that the situation's unhealthy, and they feel like they're left out in the cold a lot, for whatever reason. Yep, here's the Hangman with the Eight of Cups. So as they walk away, or about to, or have in some of y'all's cases, they're reflecting because they're realizing like they're worth more. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want scraps. They don't want, you know what I'm saying, even if they're not ready for commitment. Some of them just want people that are fully available people that could fully engage in a good time. You know what I mean? Not situationships. They're realizing like, no, though I may not want nothing serious or, you know, whatever, but I do want someone that can fully participate in the fun. Somebody I can call and we can just go hang out. It doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying, oh, they're busy. If those that's making excuses, those of you who lying, or those of who told the truth, oh, you know, I got to go home, you know, wife, and I got, you know, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. Some of the third parties are like, nah, you know, I deserve to have something that's suitable for me. People that are not hurting others, you know, to be with me. And I'm not hurting myself to be with them. Like I deserve to have a fully available person that doesn't have all these extra ties to them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm picking up. King of Swords. Yep. They're cutting it out big time. They're using their analytical mind instead of emotions. In the Eight of Wands, this is happening quickly. So if they haven't done this for many of you, if they haven't done it yet, they're about to. Because you lived in a land of indecision too long. Yep, judgment call. Some of they got major arcanas. They're making a judgment. They haven't yet because it's not working. Ten of Swords, and some of you guys are heartbroken. They're straight up heartbroken. Like, and this is for the ones that were not told the truth. They were lied to. Yep. Because of secrets. There was the moon. So, yep, I just said that. It was secrets. You had them thinking. Many of y'all had them thinking you were in a relationship with them, all the while you weren't. You were in relationships with other people. Yep. Ooh-wee. Huh? Yeah, they're tired of the bullshit. They're tired of the fights, the conflicts. They're getting out of there. Competition, for those of you that applies to. Yeah, they're looking for higher level commitment. Hierophant, something that's in resonance. Those who want committed relationships right now, or they're learning about something. Yeah. Many of them found out, even though you think they don't know, they found out. Yep. That they were being manipulated. I see the Emperor. Emperor and low vibration, mega manipulator. All right. Three of Cups. Yep, there's another three. Three. How many threes we got so far? We got like 5 threes, y'all. Okay. Three of Cups. That's definitely third party energy. So they are now aware. And I say that because right behind it, I'm going to show you. They know. Okay. Some of them have just come into, good God. Listen, you guys, hear it. Okay. The person that was not, you know, considered the third party, all right? The one that was considered the third party, or even if they didn't even know that they were the third party, because this is what I'm picking up, because some of them didn't know that they were the third party. But they do now. They do now, y'all. Three of Cups. That talks about either celebration, but it also talks about 3 people. High Priestess, that is keeper of secrets, right? The keeper of secrets, intuitive. King of Wands, that's the player energy. That's the uncommittal energy, right? So this is them. Whew. They know. They know. Since this is the deck for the third party, that person, for those that didn't know that they were the third party, they now know. For those that even knew that they were the third party, they're aware that you are the King of Wands. They now know that what your pattern is. They know that you just go in and out, and that is going to always be that, right? If they stay. Wow. All right. See the hangman right there. Woo-wee. Lordy Jesus. Okay. That was at the bottom. Could I get one card, please, for the third party regarding this reading? Can I get one card for who's represented as the third party, whether it's known or unknown? Yeah. Regarding this relationship, it says they're in Five of Wands. So some of them are in internal conflict within themselves about this. And many of them, are realizing that all this connection is nothing but bullshit. It's nothing but fights and competition. It's just nothing but a headache. They're starting to see it. They're starting to feel like they got to fight for attention, fight for affection, fight for your time. For those of you who are lying to them about being in committed relationships, they feel like whatever the reason is just too much. It's always a fight. This person's passions are always, they feel like your passions are always divided. For those that know, they're like, yeah, this is not good. For those that don't know, but they're discerning that you're a player, they're like, if I stay, this is what it's going to be, because this person is unwilling to change. That's how they feel, whether they're telling you this or not. Okay, that's their energy. At the bottom is Six of Wands. So many of them are about to walk away to gain victory. Now, here's a side message that's just coming through right now. Gosh, this is nuts. For some of you guys, it's third party people that you have entertained. And this is not for everybody because it's a collective. So I'll pick up several stories. Good gracious. Okay, so some of you where the third party person wasn't all that high vibrational in intent. The ones that were not high vibrational, the ones that knew that you had another person that you were with, and they were not high vibrational, like I said, they like that they have caused this conflict, this competition. And I say that because for some of them, they feel like they gained the victory, like they got the victory, they won, by causing like this kind of disruption and this competition with you, right? And they did it by, they telling on them. They did it by presenting this, promising you, for some of you, hear this, for some, promising you that if you leave the person that you're in a relationship with, then that they're going to build with you. But they thought, that was justice for them. You thought and are thinking that maybe it would be just to go on opportunity, because I see the Justice card, the Pen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, right? Because of what they told you. But look what's going to happen. Tower. The shit is going to come crumbling down, because in this person's case, for those of you who this resonates with, their intentions were never good in the first place because they're chaotic, right? They on some other shit. So maybe they got low self-esteem. Maybe they feel, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, that's for some. I don't like that energy. But for others of you where it's a more higher vibrational third party situation, they're just leaving that to gain victory in their lives so that they can go and build their Ten of Pentacles, because that is justice, because they deserve better than that. So they're deciding, okay, I'm going to gain the victory over this. I'm going to go for my Ten of Pentacles. It's just, I'm going to seek different opportunities. And it's a tower for them too, because maybe they had, real feelings for you. You know what I'm saying? Like for some of them, like they care, but they realize that it's just unhealthy. Like you're unavailable. There's too many excuses. There's always a fight. You know what I'm saying? So they had to make a call and go, okay, yeah, I'm just going to gain the victory in my life and go get my pentacles. Because some of them, the higher vibrational ones, they about to come up. They are. They are. If they focus right, if they make the shift and decide that they're worth more and go on this, because here's the sun and here's the fool. Yep, if they're patient. Realizing like, you know what, to stay is only going to create further bad energy, and it's just time to go. And that's what they're doing. That's the energy that they hold. That's the higher vibrational. Okay. Whew, I know that was a lot, y'all. Oh, Lordy. Hold on. Got a message. Yeah, y'all. Who I feel this reading. Help us today. Lordy. Okay. Let me keep it pushing here. I ain't gonna even get no clarifiers. I'm finna go. That's enough said. I'm about to go to the next messages for y'all. All right. Could we get some messages for the viewer, those that are in relationships and entertaining third parties? This top roll of tarot for them. Could we get them a message, an overall message that could assist them regarding this situation, regarding their development in terms of shifting this victim consciousness, indecision, addiction, or greed? Hold on, you guys. Got a message. Okay. Wow. All right. Admit your vulnerabilities. Count your blessings. So many of you are being asked to admit, like face your vulnerability, admit this victim consciousness, admit this addiction, this selfishness, this greed. Admit your indecision. Face it. That's the first step. And then it says, reflect on your truth. So many of you, they're asking, like, reflect on your truth. Yours, your heart, your truth, okay? Not truth people are telling you you ought to feel, but face and reflect on your real truth. Not what you're used to, not what you're familiar with. What is your current real? Oh, look, I can't make this up. At the bottom, it says, address your addictions, y'all. Address your addictions. Ooh-wee. Whether it's sex, whether it's addiction to a person, whether it's addiction to drugs or alcohol, yeah. Okay. Build on a solid ground. Oh my gosh. See, I told y'all it says build on a solid ground. Y'all wasn't. You can't build on a solid ground when we're not being on the up and up with everybody. You're not going to build on a solid ground. I'll be saying I'm just going with the flow. But that's an illusion, and it's a delusion, and it's an excuse. Okay? That's what the message is on that. You ain't just going with the flow. Not if you're not going with the flow in an honest way. And let me tell y'all this. Embrace your power. Your power by owning your truth and being true about it. And you can't apologize without acknowledging the real. So that's another slick Rick tactic. It's like, we can't trick vibration and we can't trick universe. Okay. If you were being slick and perpetrating and you kind of staged a fight, or you staged something to kind of make somebody leave you're still collecting karma. Because instead of you being honest with yourself and them and owning the truth about a matter and giving them the dignity and honor to get and receive that truth, you try to make it seem like it was something else. That's going to follow you. Just saying. It'll follow you. That's still deception. Pushing people away by your behavior is still a form of deception. Because it's not you being honest that you want something else, or you're entertaining something else, or you want to try something else out. Okay? It's also an attempt to put people on layaway. Nobody goes on layaway, honey. Not objects to be bought at a store. All right? It says here, ask with sincerity. So, yeah, you guys need to become sincere and authentic. With yourself and everybody that you deal with. And that is being true to yourself. That's actually being true to yourself. Okay? And it says say no. Look, say no. Came up at the bottom. Say no. And some of y'all know what that means. What you need to say no to. Say no to your addiction. Say no to lying and deceiving. Say no to games. Say no to indecision. And face your shadow. God have mercy. I can't even make this up. I'm going to show y'all. Whew. Face your freaking shadow. Oh my God. Face your freaking shadow. Lord have mercy. Honey child. And then raise your vibration. Yes, some of y'all need to wake up, become awakened, and get some energy work done on you. And raise your vibration, because that's going to cause you to see things differently anyway. And give you the strength to do different. Oh, and then here it says do something different. I swear, you guys. Oh my God. It says here, oh Lord, this is crazy. It says do something different. Lord have mercy. Face your shadow, your patterns. 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 Do something different. Oh my freaking God. Lord, well, hell to the hell. I mean, shit. Hold on. I'm sorry. Jesus. All right. That's coming out just in the shuffle. Wow. Okay. Can we get just one card? Oh, well, here's your card. Think things through. Many of you failed to do that. Oof. Jesus Christ. Many of you have failed to do that. But this is a universe and your higher self and guides trying to step in. Think. Not with the penis. Not with the vagina. Not with the wallet. Not with appearances. Not with the conditioning. Not with the familiar. Think. things through. Wake up. It's time for us to grow up. Think. Yeah, that's for y'alls. Those of y'all that was in a committed relationship, or at least pretending to be. Okay. And laugh. It says at the bottom, laugh at your demons. So, what that means is just understand that this is not about condemning yourself. It's about facing, like it said, face the shadow. But laugh at your own, not at the other people. Stop looking at the other people. Stop looking at the person that you was in a relationship with, or the third party and everybody else, right? You. Look at you. Look at you. Okay? But laugh at it as you allow yourself to come to realization, not like discarding it or disregarding it, but just realize like, oh my gosh, like this is me. Like I was unwilling to look at this. I was unwilling to face this. I didn't care to face it because I just wanted to feel good and I didn't care. And that's a shadow aspect in itself. Who does that? Who objectifies people like they're here for your own pleasure, no matter how they're being treated in return? Who does that? Right? That's a broken aspect of who we are. That's a shadow. That is a wounded inner child. That's something fragmented and out of whack. But it's saying laugh at that, like, because the reason is like you're owning it, you're validating it. Okay. All right. So let's get Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that one for you. I was gonna do something else, but I'll just do that for you. So now let's get I want to get a crystal healing oracle for you to help you. We ain't gonna just say all this stuff and not give you some help. Oh wait, are you on? Who's it? Who this? No, I'm just kidding. Wait. Okay, had to respond to something here. Okay, so all right, let's get you a healing. We ain't gonna say all this stuff I said and done and explain for y'all without giving you some assistance from source, okay, from Gaia, from our higher selves, or our light team, okay? Because in essence, this whole thing is they want to help you. They want to help detour or have you bypass catastrophe. And for some of you that feel like it's too late, that maybe many of you, since it is general, I have several story messages here. Some of you feel like, well, it's already late. Shit, I didn't destroy everything. For you, then this is more of a precautionary tale, so that whatever you are in now or whatever you're about to get into, you take this with you. Okay, for those of you who feel that way. All right, but let's get you your healing crystal oracle grid here that you can look at, screenshot, meditate on, right, to help you shift this energy of victim consciousness that you hold, this energy of addiction or overindulgence or sexual, the sexual arts there, the indecision energy, since that was you guys' overall theme. So let's get you all right, some healing now for those that are in a relationship, marriage, and yet entertaining third-party energy. Can we get some healing that's going to assist them with what they're processing through? Okay, let's see. All right, one card, please. Wow. Whew. Okay, so, all right, you guys. Card number 1, which is the Magician. In tarot, in the major arcanas, you got emotions, Black Moonstone. If you want to like screenshot this so that, because it's activated, it has sacred geometry. If you want to screenshot it so that way, like when you're doing your reflection or meditation or whatever, you can like softly look at it and set the intention of feeling your emotion in your body, but releasing it as it relates to this reading, as it relates to love and romance and relationships and connections, as it relates to victim consciousness, addiction, overindulgence, indecision, procrastination, of releasing that at the core. Okay, because this came out, but let's see why. At the bottom, you got cleanse. I just said earlier, like many of you need to awaken, and you also need to get energy clearing because that changes. It changes everything, you guys. It shifts your energy, your emotions, how you feel, your perception. Hold on. I'm gonna read this because I feel like it's gonna help. So it says here, are you going through a particularly emotional time? You may be feeling like things are getting out of control and want everything to calm down. Moonstone can help you to deal with the intense energy of a full moon and or your emotions. Black Moonstone is also a very grounding stone, which makes it particularly useful when you are emotionally unbalanced. We class emotions as being of the water element. That is, they are fluid and constantly in motion. Emotions, energy in motion. The moon, as we know, has an effect on water, governing the tides. We too are largely composed of water, so it makes sense. We are also affected by the moon. Keen gardeners are also aware of the effect of the moon has on the planet. When working with emotions, it is important to assess which chakra or chakras it may be coming from. If you have a block in a particular chakra, this could be the overflow of built up energy that needs to find a release. Moonstone is also a perfect stone to grid your bedroom for a peaceful night's sleep, coupled with black tourmaline. Place a large piece under your bed and 4 tourmaline chunks in each of the 4 corners. Citrine is a stone of abundance and manifestation. If you're feeling emotional, it may be time to ask yourself, what do I want to create in my life? With the help of citrine, you may be feeling emotional because something is missing in your life or you're feeling out of control. Redefine what you want in your life and why. The citrine I use is an Australian citrine over Maron. This combination is very grounding. So when wanting to manifest something in your life, make sure you do it from a grounded place. If you are feeling scattered or not feeling centered, then ground. And that just simply means into earth. You need to ground your energy into your body, out of the head, into the body, and then into earth, into Gaia through your feet. I just said this, go and place your feet on the grass and sit and relax. All right. So I wanted to read that so you guys can get more about what the message is to you regarding your emotions, okay? But intuitively so, emotions is an interesting thing. When we're scattered, when our chakras are blocked or not balanced, and our auras got things going on, we got suppressed things there. Um, it can cause so many thoughts and perceptions and even behavior because we're not honing in on it. We're not grounding. We're not centering. We're not releasing. And I say that because the cleanse is at the bottom for you. Okay. So that you need to cleanse. Yep. And that, you know, it's tying in with this message big time. Let's see here. Okay. The crystal is shungite, tourmaline, and quartz, but it says it's time to cleanse. Shungite is a powerful cleanser. So if you have drawn this card, and I've drawn it for you guys, at the bottom here, it says it may be time to strip away all that is impure or that no longer serves you to reveal the truth, to get to your truth, basically. You may already be going through a big cleanse. Whatever the situation in which you find yourself, Shungite will help you to remove everything that is clouding the situation. You may need to cleanse the energy in a room or a working space. Gridding the room, Shungite is very effective, coupled with black tourmaline. It is a reminder to let it go and ground out energy that you no longer need. Shungite is reported to be around 2 billion years old, making it a very ancient earth energy stone. Because of its age, it has experienced many changes that have happened on the earth. Working with shungite can therefore help when going through changes of your own. Drawing on the wisdom of the stone and its ability to cleanse makes for a very deep change. Remember, we always get through each situation that we are presented with. We may not forget what happens to us, but we can choose. I've been talking about this the whole time. We can choose to let it go and not hold on to its negative energy. Embrace change. Let go of what you don't need in your life and carry on. You will become so much stronger for it. By letting go, we give ourselves room for new energy. Oh my God, to manifest. Lord have mercy. Lord, Lord, Lord. Okay. Jesus. I mean, this can't tie in. Oh, Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me see. I don't know, you guys, if I read the victim consciousness card and the sexual arts card for y'all, but I'm finna look right now. Because I thought I did. I thought I did, but hold the telephone. Okay, no. Okay. So it says here, and we're talking about the sexual arts card, y'all. Okay. This is the leading energy, that and that. Okay. So it says, bring more light into your sexuality. Oh, okay. Keeping sexuality alive is an art form very few people truly understand. I know that's right. Anyways, um, sorry. Um, are you sexually attracted to your partner every day? Oh my. Oh hell, I done let off the bag here. Um, sex energy, sex energy only occurs. Oh, here y'all. Oh, here it is, y'all. It says here, sex energy only occurs where there is sexual polarity. Ooh wee. Oh, okay, hold up, y'all. Okay, it says everyone has both masculine and feminine qualities to gift each other. The only time there is sexual spark is when one person is embodying more of their masculine energy and then the other person is embodying more of their feminine energy. The masculine is the unchanging witness, presence, direction, decision making, trying to bring everything to closure and consciousness itself. Wow. The feminine is change, life force. Yeah, baby. Light, flowing movement, mother nature, emotions. Do not buy into the myth that sexual attraction eventually dies. Ooh, oh. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, because this is hitting me too. Because we have all these programs and belief systems. Oh my fucking God. Anyway, let me just read. Sorry. Okay. Woo, it says, do not buy into the myth that sexual attraction eventually dies in long-term relationships. Sexual polarity is an art. Tell me about it. That takes practice. It can be so subtle and last a lifetime if you are constantly reinventing your gifts and using an open heart. Good gracious, Jesus. Okay, so this is a mega concern for many of you, or maybe this is the issue or area that's out of balance because it's a leading card in the reading in terms of we ask source in the universe what was the area of development or what's out of balance or what's needing change. And those are the two cards that came out: sexual arts and victim consciousness. And it can be the victim consciousness as relates to sexuality, even, or relationships, like I mentioned before. So it says here, let's see what it's trying to give an action for the masculine here. It says, I'm going to do both feminine and masculine. For the masculine, it says, masculine essence people, your greatest gift. Now, here's where your gift is. Listen, it says your greatest gift is constant presence. Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, I mean, as a feminine, I can just say that when when a man is when he's fully present, yeah, baby. It says here, no matter what your feminine partner is feeling or doing, constantly. Wait, it says, no matter what your feminine partner is feeling or doing, constantly penetrate her display and see the light that is shining for you. The feminine may come at you like a slap to the face on your favorite kiss. Oh, wow. Or your favorite kiss. Ooh wee. They're saying that she draws you. Okay, and it says stay with her energy. So the feminine knows that no matter what, she's feeling that you are there. So for many of you, okay, Lord, okay. Again, just try to remember, I recommend you guys go back and listen to it later. Try to remember some of the things I said in the beginning, we don't get a ticket. We can't use this as a reason to not be honorable. I'm going to say it like that. We have to own our decisions. And this is why it's a leading card. Because I'm hearing a message grow where you're planted, water the grass that you have kind of energy, right? If that's going to be your decision, because remember, the overall message is about us all growing up. And but because of how being dishonorable eventually will create bad karma in almost every area of our lives, not just that one area. Okay, because it's potential disasters, potential to hurt people, it's deception. And when we live like that, it just messes shit up. So what I'm feeling is that once you all, for those of you who feel like you can relate at all on some level to this message, the whole message here is that, go within with the intention of bringing to balance your sexual arts and your sexual desire, with an intention to be honorable with your sexual art. Because, yeah, to be honorable with it. And honorable doesn't mean that you have to do the status quo, the American dream, everybody doesn't want that. Honorable is just saying that we have to be mature and realize that people's lives are involved. And whatever we're deciding. And if we're going to decide to be with this one or be with that one, if we're going to decide to, Darrell, could you plug this in for me, son, please? Sure. Or just just keep that there. Just keep that there and just, no, hand it to me. You can hand it to me. Sorry. My bad. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm sorry, you guys, excuse me. But the law of cause and effect, one of the laws of the universe is where I'm going here, okay? It's all energy and vibration. And when we're dishonorable due to our own desire, we're still creating karma. So whatever our decisions are going to be, then it's basically saying, okay, bring this to balance. Your sexuality here, your desire, right? And with all intent, use it in wherever you're choosing. And, or for many of you that are unconventional, like myself, out there in the universe, right? It's just about realizing, like, okay, we don't get a ticket to be fast and loose, and not consider other souls. So me being a free spirited kind of person, I need to be mindful of that. Like, okay, whoever I get involved with or I hook up with, like, what are my intentions and what is my life? You know what I'm saying? In terms of, do I have things going on in my life with someone else, as well as, the people that I'm choosing too, because everyone is affected energetically. It's all energy and vibration, whether this stuff is being said out loud or not. Okay. It's all energy. So if I'm aware of something, I too have to be mindful as well. And then not only that, as a free spirited person, I'm kind of unconventional. I still too have to, I know what I deserve, and I deserve to have people that are fully available and able, without it being at the expense of someone else, and without it being at the expense of me either. Right? That's what the leading messages were all about. Yeah. So we all just have to own our sexual energy here and get it to balance. But that victim consciousness that's right next to it, let me stop. I'm all over the place. I'm feeling all this energy. Good God. Okay. Whew. Masculine. So we already talked about you guys. You guys have a very potent energy. It's very powerful. This is why it has to be honed in, because it is very powerful. Now for the feminine, it says feminine essence people like myself, instead of directly telling your masculine partner, this is good, what you want, as this tends to kill the polarity. It does. See, that's why, okay, never mind. Invite him into action through expressing your feelings or your touches here. Your speech could be erotic and enticing, instead of functional and efficient. Sorry. Instead of functional and efficient, let him know how you're feeling and let him be inspired to direct you there. Ooh la la. So for the feminine, those of you who are falling in the more feminine category, and if this is you represented in this reading, then again, remember, even you need to be honorable in how you're going about what you're doing, and using the dissatisfaction in a situation is still not licensure. Okay, it's not. You have to own your decisions. It's not licensure. We only deserve what we're willing to pay for. Okay, we only deserve what we're willing to pay for. We only deserve what we're willing to work for. What we're willing to make the necessary discipline, development, and or changes. If we're not ready, then we don't. So whatever you're choosing in the moment, own your power. You're not a victim. I'm about to move into this victim consciousness card here right now. You're not a victim. We are creating our realities. And we are choosing for whatever the reason is, right? But we need to own the choice, okay, without excuse. And try to make best of that choice. In essence, your higher self is trying to guide and give you messages to make the highest one based on your soul's energy. But you have to be willing to align with that and partner with it, because it's free will as well. Okay. So when we decide to either stay in toxicity, I can preach on that forever, or dysfunction, or something that's just no longer suitable, working for us, and we're no longer happy. We have to own that and understand that those individuals that are involved with that, they're souls, they're people. Okay, whether we dig in how they being or not, okay, they don't deserve any kind of illusions, delusions, lies, cheats, deceits. Okay, and neither do we. All right, so own your decision. But in terms of this sexuality, okay, you got to bring that energy in and use it in the right way. I'm swallowing this as well. Bring the energy in, okay, and invest it in whatever you've chosen. If you're unconventional like me and you're free bird, okay, but you still have responsibility, okay, to your conduct, then you have responsibility to your awareness and what you know. So if you know someone is married or in a committed relationship, it's our responsibility to not continue to feed a situation that has disaster because of energy. So we also, free birds, you want to honor yourself in terms of choosing situations that will be fully suitable for you, fully readily available for you, that can go on this free spirited journey with you, because they don't have ties and commitments, right? So it's very important, because sexual energy, when I'm picking up with this whole message with that card, is so powerful. Good God. I knew it was. I've always known this. I've known it even before I knew it. This is why sex affects things so strongly, because of its potency. It's like intertwining on a deep level, whether we know it or not. Okay, we're intertwining with somebody's soul, with their essence, right? With their, yeah, right? So it has potential to be powerful in a beautiful way or powerful in a very destructive way. And the area that those of you this is resonating for is you're going to have to mature here. You're going to have to. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now that victim consciousness, and this is why I'm saying this, the victim consciousness, many of you, kind of feel that way low key, right? Low key, like you're trapped. Victim consciousness. Oh my gosh. Right? But let me read what the thing says here. It says, stop. It says, stop blaming others and take responsibility for what you are creating. Ooh-wee. It says here, it's easy to think that life is unfair and point a finger at others. If you hear yourself saying, life is unfair, bad things always happen to me, I'm not good enough, nobody cares about me, why me, I can't do what I want to do, etc., then you are losing your power. Nourishing your victim aspect and asserting your place in the victim club. Your inner victim can stop you from moving forward by creating dramas, making you judge others, telling you that you don't deserve better, and then keeping you stuck in a financial rut even. You need to build your internal confidence and self-worth and courage. Get out of your comfort zone and work on expanding and growing in all areas of your life. The light side of the victim archetype is the victorious part, which can help you to hold your power without getting angry and attacking others. It can also assist you to create healthy boundaries and then act from a place of honesty, integrity, compassion, and love. Wow. On a daily basis, ask yourself, am I acting from an empowered, victorious perspective or a victim perspective? Whoa. So, my God, as it pertains to this reading, to me, this is it's emerging with the sexual arts, and it's just a make or break with the whole thing. Dealing with indecision, living in denial, procrastinating, right? Not wanting to own choices, wanting the cake and eating it too. All of that. It's all merged in together. So take your power back by making whatever choice you're gonna make. But release loveless marriage forever. Or for some of you all's story, many of you out there, it's a situation where it's like you love many, and yet you're afraid to just be honest with everyone, because, oh, what if this don't work out? So I'm gonna hold on to this one. That's all victim energy. Afraid of I'm gonna be alone if I don't hold on to this, just in case this don't pan out. Victim energy. Clear that, set the intention to deal with you, like clear your energy, get your chakras activated, cleared, balanced, and aligned, right? Get your consciousness upgraded, awakened, get your auric field dealt with. Um, Deal with your inner child woundings. Um, this is going to shift your whole get down, your whole feel, your whole view, all that. Um, and then give you strength. It'll give you strength, you guys. Okay. So I only got 2 more cards to pull for you guys. But before I even go there, a story just hit my head about, I want to say it was like 4 years ago. I think it was about 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago. I had got this one message. I was on a totally different path, but I got this one message that was about nose blindness, you guys, right? Nose blindness. And nose blindness is about, it's a phenomenon about, like, when we're in a space and an environment for a long period of time, our nose or our sense of smell become a little bit desensitized to any smells that are going on in the room, right? And someone coming from the outside, if they come into that same space, whatever scent and smell is going on is going to be a little bit more pungent for them, right? So for an example, let's say you had trash you hadn't taken out and it had been there for like 24 hours and you hadn't gone outside. And so the smell had become a little faint to you. But then someone comes over, they walk in and it hits them in the face. They are more readily able to smell that scent. And the message that I had got like 4 or 5 years ago on that was that so it is with us as humans. It is easier for us, coming from an outside looking into someone else's environment to see what smells, for lack of better words, to see what stinks, to see the garbage, if you will, right? But it's not so easy for us to be able to see and smell that within ourselves, even for those of us that consider ourselves to be introspective, awakened, or evolved. And it's only because we are with ourselves constantly. We are used to ourselves. We're used to our programming. We're used to our mindset, right? Our conditioning, our way of being, thinking, and living, right? Because of that, we can, understand that in these kind of situations you guys have found yourself in, stop using the excuses that it's everybody else, that it's your wife, it's your husband, it's your boyfriend, it's your girlfriend. They're not this, they're not that, they did this, they did that, they're not doing enough this, they're not doing enough that, right? It's projection. It's easy to see what's wrong with them than it is to see what's not right in yourself. And at the end of the day, this whole overall message is trying to tell you that no matter how you want to spin this thing, at the end of the day, you have created this and you have chosen this. And if you are choosing this, accept that you've chosen it without blame, without resentment, without fighting, without any of it, because it is a choice, no matter what you say about it. It's a choice. Nobody is holding guns to our heads. It's a choice, right? Often we don't want to accept consequence of choice, but that's why the message is that it's time to grow up and empower ourselves, realizing that it ain't gonna kill us. And everything in life has seasons. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. People do grow apart. But empower yourself, understanding that at the end, it's still a choice. It's a choice how you're going to handle it. It's a choice how you're going to stay in. It's a choice how you decide to end something as well. Are you going to be of integrity? Are you going to be honorable to all people involved? Those are all choices. And the law of cause and effect says that there's going to always be cause and effect in our conduct. Okay? And many of you are wanting to know why that you feel like you get stuck and you have bad luck and this don't go right or this falls and plunders. Go within and give yourself permission to be honest with yourself and say, okay, have I been on an up and up? Have I been on an up and up with the people in my life? And if your answer is no, forgive yourself, but lovingly and gently hold yourself accountable to make that right. Make the adjustment, because life is more than about getting what we want at all cost, no matter how we're affecting others. Am I implying that any of you are bad people and should have to stay and deal with things? No, not at all. Not at all. The message here is referring to conduct and choices and facing our shadow and our addictions and things like that, so that we can make these healthy changes, so that we can shift the negative karmic energy that we accumulate, right? So we don't have to keep saying I got bad luck. And I'm not saying things don't happen to us all randomly. That has nothing to do with that, right? Things happens to everybody. But often, more often than not, at least 80%, sometimes it's to do with some mega action or lack of action, okay? And how we did something. All right. And again, don't condemn yourself. Seek your inner guidance and how you're to proceed. Okay. It'll be all right. But this message came for you. It came for you guys, because some of you are seeking sincerely. For others of you who are not, and you still stumble across this, I'm going to give you a tip. You cannot trick the universe. You cannot trick energy. It doesn't work like that. You may be able to try to be a magician energy and take information and manipulate people and circumstances, but I'm telling you, you can't. And look at your life and you're going to see that I'm telling you the truth. Okay. All right. And so now let me get your last two messages. I want to get a timeline here for you guys in terms of processing through this, thinking things through, right? Healing this inner child, victim consciousness, all this stuff, yada, yada. And then at the end of the day, making a decision, because it said think things through, right? So making these choices, a timeline on when you really need to make a goal to make these changes and choices before catastrophe happens, right? All right. Okay. All right. So for the viewers that are in committed relationships or marriages and entertain third-party energy, what is the timeline that they really need to honestly deal with this and make some final decisions? Give them a timeline. Okay. We got 7, Saturday. Hold on. You guys got wait, hold up. Yep. Oh, and at the bottom, you got 6 and 7. So you got Friday and Saturday. It says finalize something, just let go. And then search for joy, stay agile. Search for joy, stay agile. Finalize something on Friday, just let go. And then on Saturday, search for joy and stay agile. So I'm going to show you guys these cards and then I'll give you guys the message, okay? So you guys can see the cards here. All right. And let's see what the book says here for 6 and 7. Okay. So it says here, Friday, Venus, finalizing something, just let go. The circle of creation on top of the cross of earthly life, the symbol of eternal femininity that draws us onward. According to Goebbels Faust, the gentle blue color for emotional love, the ruddy gleaming crystal for a creative love, which will finally bestow life on every creature's soul. What is behind earthly life, behind organism and breathing, if not a spiritual power? The more we open up to this timeless power and draw life from it, the more our lives will become a gentle dance that will eventually lead us home. Friday is the day of Venus, of Diana or Freya, the Norse goddess of love and fertility. Okay. And so it says here now, in terms of relationship, it's saying here, interpersonal relationships develop their own dynamics if there is a sufficient amount of common interests. Here's some major wisdom for some of you, okay? Interpersonal relationships develop their own dynamics if there is a sufficient amount of common interest. Give it plenty of room to evolve on a new level. Okay. And so since the message is finalize something, let it go and just let go. So with that piece of wisdom that was given on Friday or 6 days from now, for many of you, it's going to be Friday, 6 days, it could be 6 days, it could be 6 weeks, on a Friday. Okay. But finalize something. You got to go with your inner guidance here, but watch out on these Fridays. So be mindful. Finalize something. Just let go. So whatever that is you need to let go of, whether it is that third party or is a relationship that you put yourself in that is no longer working, but it is finalize something, just let go. And that pearl of wisdom is relationships that have that common interest has enough dynamics there to grow. Okay. Then Saturday is said, search for joy and stay agile. So this is about Saturn, and Saturn is the Lord of Karma, baby. Saturn is the Lord of Karma. Saturn is the great father, the teacher, where there's strict rules, restrictions, things of that nature, right? So it's really about learning lessons here, okay? But while doing so, search for some joy and stay agile. So on a 7th day, or in 7 days, 7 weeks, or on Saturday, right? This is going to be a time for you to grab that lesson. The lesson is probably going to be right in front of you, okay, due to that Saturn energy. And stay agile. Search for joy. Now, it says here, the card is dominated by an earthly orange-brown hue that conveys concealment. Number 7 is considered the number of destiny, okay? Destiny, and corresponds, therefore, with the day's name, which originally derives from Saturn. You can find a certain tension between the need for safety on one hand and the workings of cosmic powers on the other hand. How can you get along in this? The Calico gleaming crystal symbolizes that a jolly flexibility in your attitude to life seems to be the best way to cope with the vicissitudes of life. Saturday is the day of preparation for Sunday. Reason enough for joy and pleasure. Now, as it relates to relationships, it's saying here someone who has received 99 gifts from life is sometimes unhappy about the 100th gift. That's perspective. Look at that. Someone who has received 99 gifts from life is sometimes unhappy about the 100th gift, which they have not yet received, instead of rejoicing at the 99. What attitude to life do you maintain? And to me, this is about, sometimes maturing in our perspective as well, and finding gratitude, as for, like they said, the 99 gifts we have, versus the one thing that we don't have yet. Okay. And this is pertaining to relationships. And this is so common, you guys. Sometimes we get in relationships and all we can do is see everything that is wrong with the people we've chosen. And to me, it's an illusion. It's also a program. And I think it's being stimulated by mass media. We do. And I'm not trying to say any of us should stay stagnant in things, but I'm just saying it's common that we get common. And we start to forget the 99 gifts a relationship actually brings us or has bought us. And we look at the one thing, the 100th thing, that one that they don't have, or that we perceive that they don't have, or that they don't have yet. The gratitude may even shift how we're viewing people, including ourselves, right? Listen, if we ask anybody in healthy relationships, I have to add that, healthy long-term, that's stuck in there, they'll be honest. They'll probably tell you, like, they don't love everything about the person that they decided to be committed to, or they don't, that person doesn't embody all of the attributed traits that they felt like would be good for them. But maybe they learned how to take value in what that person brought, and they made their list, their pros, their cons, and determined what was more valuable to them. Is it more valuable that you have all these things, or is it more valuable that you have a genuine, sincere love connection? Is it more valuable that you have a supermodel, or is it more valuable that you have somebody that you actually like and can be yourself with and get along with and actually care for? Is it more valuable to you that this person has money, clout, and stat? Or is it more valuable to you that this person is hardworking, independent, self-sufficient, and supportive? We have to decide it, though. And I feel like this is the part about being grateful and the gratitude, right, for where we are. And I think that's that Saturn energy, is learn the lesson of gratitude for yourself and gratitude for what you have. And you can even still make a decision to change or walk away from something, but from an energy of, I'm grateful for this person, who they are and what they brought and what we shared. Now I've grown, I've developed, we've changed, we've shifted, whatever the thing is, but I'll hold the memory. I'm grateful for the role they played. I'm grateful for what they did bring. Okay. And in many of our cases, even if it was pain, because these things brought lessons like Saturn, lessons of, I know now what not to choose in life. I know now what I really want and what to align with and how to choose. I know now that someone that does this or does that or treats me this way and yada yada is not for me. And I've learned to not try to force things to be, right? All right, you guys, I was on here extremely long today because it was a sermon and it was all kind of stuff. So it was just a lot here. All right, so let me get to your You Are Magic card. Okay, to give you some further inspiration here. And then get your quote. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys, can be gentle, love on yourself. If you need help, you know what I'm saying? I highly recommend that you guys start going to people that are high vibrational, that are truly wise and don't have a personal vested interest. You can't be going to the people that, in most cases, if they're not mature and honest and evolved, you can't be going to the people that want you or that's a part of the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Or ex-lovers and family members who are way toxic and codependent and friends that are addicts. And I'm just saying, like, learn the lesson. Learn the fucking lessons. Like, they may mean well, but they may not. You know what I'm saying? You need to go to professionals if necessary. And people that's going to give it to you straight and not be swayed one way or the other. If you feel like you just really need some help. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with getting professional help, you guys. Nothing wrong. All right. All right, for the viewer, for the one that's in committed relationship, entertaining third party, what quote can inspire them in their growth and transformation and making changes here? Did we get an inspirational quote from Your Magic to empower them, to lift their vibration, to inspire them, to comfort them, to guide them in this process, please, in a high vibrational way for themselves and all that are involved, okay? Okay, these are the two you guys got. It says, well, I know that things come from nothing very much and start from unpromising beginnings. And I'm an unpromising beginning and I could start something. And Brian Eno wrote that. I'm going to read it again. It says, well, I know that things come from nothing very much and start from unpromising beginnings. And I'm an unpromising beginning. I could start something. All right. So to me, this is just inspiration and support for you all to dare to go on a new endeavor, a new beginning, starting from scratch. Be brave. Dare to be brave, because something can be developed that's wonderful and great when you dare to do something different, when you dare to change the way you've done things, when you dare to go for what you really want. Okay, that's for some of you. Then it says here, all of my life, I've jumped off the cliff and built many wings. It works every single time. It never fails. Ray Bradbury wrote that. And this is to support that. So many of you have been risk takers in your life. And I believe that this is empowering you to don't stop now. And don't stop in the area of love and romance. Don't stop daring to jump off of a cliff with wisdom now. So please take that with some sense. But jumping off the cliff under the guidance and leadership of your higher self, your higher heart, okay? Not foolishness. We ain't talking about going down rabbit holes and shit, but daring to be a new you, daring to walk away from old, outdated things, daring because you have history with times that you have taken mega risk with with the uncertainty, with knowing that you didn't know the answers. You just knew that you were going to be able to take care of yourself. You didn't know how it was going to unfold, but you just knew you were going to be able to do it. You didn't have the blueprint, but you just knew you were going to be able to do it. You didn't have all the answers. There was no backup plan. Like if this don't work, this, and this, you just did it. Right? But take that energy in a constructive way. Now, in a constructive way, guided by your higher heart, not guided by your longings, guided by your higher heart, right? Taking, those leaps, not guided by just the surface, shallow, superficial, but guided by that heart. Okay? And you will be just fine. And it says at the bottom, my New Year's resolution is to leave room for magic. And we can only leave room for magic when we're willing to let go of what's dead. Okay, so this concludes you guys' sermon, warning, encouragement, oracle, and tarot reading. All right, situationships, third parties, right? It's time for us to heal, own, and grow up, to end the toxic cycles of creating karma for ourselves, hindering our lives. It's time to grow up. I sent you guys all my love and light, so much love and light, not all of it, some of it, hugs and kisses, violet fire. I may come on if I'm inspired to do a distant healing session for you guys. If you are really ready and really wanting to release on an energetic quantum level, the things that got you stuck in this victim consciousness, addictions, procrastination, indecision, third-party deceptive energy. Okay? All right. I really, truly do love you guys. We are all in this together. So don't beat up on yourself. Don't judge yourself or others, but face your shadow. All right? Universe, Source, Gaia, your team, your light team is there, and they're waiting to support you in this journey of change and transformation. Talk to you guys next time. Love and light. Namaste.